Yo, it's Monday. Welcome to Kletus Ray's Roadside Service. Hopefully, if I keep calling it truckers and others, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Here we go. Put it in drive. Give me that speedometer up there on that digital. There we go. We're rolling. We. It is 9:30 Monday morning where I'm finally getting to work right now. I spent the last 2.5 hours um, doing some paperwork, fixing up the truck a little bit because I got here and two of our day cabs, of which is what I needed to use today, had a flat steer tire. I had one on the passenger side and the other one had one on the driver's side. And that was the last truck I used the other day on Saturday when I ran that trash trailer. So I must have hit something with it. And then this one, I don't know. The other one looks like it's got a little slash in the side of the tire. Um, it's at least got a slash in the tire. I don't know if that was done at the landfill or if that's even where the leak is from. You know, these tires, taking them to the landfill, they run over some shit. Please tell me I got a bottle. I do. It's flattened. Hold on. Watch this. Now it's not. That's a circle. All right. Here we go. 2 cups of coffee in. Almost. I got a little less than half of a coffee left over here. Today we are picking up barrels, and my boss assured me that all the paperwork that I'm going to need is over there where I'm picking up the barrels. So I'm going to trust him. We're going to go over here and pick up these barrels. The guy that I'm picking the barrels up for, I called him. He said, there's 50 barrels. I said, oh, God. He said, yeah, but only 3 of them are heavy. I said, really? He said, yeah. Okay, well, I'll put those on last, and I'll take them off first, so I don't have to wheel them all the way to the front of the fucking trailer. You know, start out, get all the easy on there, and then get the last 3 fucking up on that lift gate. Hopefully my lift gate doesn't run out of battery. It's got a little, like, solar panel up top that charges it up over the days, and it's been cloudy for a while. It's a very tiny solar panel. I don't know. It's just like a little trickle charge solar panel that keeps those batteries for the liftgate charged up. And if you use the liftgate too many times, it starts just struggling, especially with heavies. And I'm going to have to use it 50 divided by 4, like 12 and a half times. Because I can only fit 4 barrels on there. Is math right? Is that what math is? I'm going to use Terrence Howard math and say 1 times 1 equals 2. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, what is 1.1 times 1? I don't know. I don't know. Terrence Howard, he's a weirdo. He's got some interesting ideas that if the world ran with his math, I think we'd all be in trouble. But I don't know. He's got his own math system. Who's got the fucking lumbar? Somebody's got a bad back driving this fucking truck. I'll tell you that right now. Somebody's got something fucking. The Hunchback of Notre Dame was driving my truck beforehand. They thought they were going to fix the fucking back with the seat. The lumbar was insanely charged up here. Well, got a little bit of time here. This weekend, yes, I worked on Saturday, and then but I also received a lot of parts and things for my truck. So Saturday after work, I went out there and I tried to mess with some stuff, but I really didn't. I think I mainly went inside and I played video games without the kids. And then I got off of work and I worked on the truck. I did. I went out there and I was trying to wire up, or I was fixing up my dash bezel. I've got new buttons in, so I totally forgot about all this and how upset it made me. So I grabbed the dash bezel and I'm like, where's a good spot for the buttons? Let's just drill a hole right here and another one here and another one here, and let's spend another hour and a half making the hole, because my drill bits don't go big enough. Make the hole perfectly round, perfect fit. Everything is great about it. And then I'm like, all right, now let's go see what it looks like in the truck. And I go put it in. And, I totally forgot that the steering column needs a spot to mount. So right where I put one of the buttons and two of the other buttons were if I made them a little bit more on the inside, it would have worked out great. But I decided to make them perfectly centered. And now the dash and the steering column mount is in the fucking way. I'm very upset about this, guys. Okay? So my beautiful diamond plate that I only had enough to do this. I can go buy another piece of diamond plate, which I might end up doing, I guess. What the fuck? Well, I got all that other. It's just flat aluminum. Hold on, I swallowed something here. What the hell was that? Fucking gnat flew in my throat or something. I don't know what the hell that was. On my intake stroke of my breath, I sucked something up in there. Did not like that. So, what does an angry Kletus do whenever something that he just worked really hard on making and it looks great and it doesn't fit? What do? I grab the fucking angle grinder and I go inside the cab and I start chopping shit out of the fucking way. Everything is still there. Like the actual mount for the steering column is still there in perfect good shape, except for a little piece. But that's okay. It doesn't need to have that. If I wreck this fucking thing hard enough to fuck up the steering column, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. You're not going to be able to sue Chevy for for having a steering column go through your torso. So I don't know. Anyways, so any structural rigidity, it's still very solid. Like I can hang my whole body on this fucking steering wheel. But I did have to cut some stuff to make it fit. I got it to fit. Now the problem is that if I ever want to take that panel off, I have to remove the start-stop button and the hazard light button first. I have to remove those from underneath the dash, and then I can take that panel out, because it has to angle, because the gauges and everything, it has to be angled to fit in there. Oh, and also, while I was messing with the steering column, I realized the bolts were a little bit loose still, and so I tightened them up, and now like a lot of shit isn't looking like it's gonna fit quite right, since the steering column has raised up a quarter of an inch. My tolerances were so small, and now it raised it up another quarter of an inch, and now it's just thrown everything into fucking chaos. Okay, I'm really upset about the whole deal. Truly upset about cutting the dash, about the panel that I worked, the buttons, all that good shit. Everything is messed up. And then that's whenever my wife was like, hey, you gonna go drop the kids off with me? I'm like, sure. And so I just threw everything inside the cab, slammed the fucking door, got in the car, drove over there, We went and we had Mongolian barbecue Saturday night. It was fucking delicious. Okay, if you don't know what Mongolian barbecue is, it's a restaurant. It's a chain restaurant, but they're all over the fucking place. And it's just a bunch of raw ingredients. You fill this bowl up with raw ingredients, raw meat, raw noodles. Well, not raw noodles. They're like floppy noodles. But I don't put any noodles or rice or anything in my. And what's weird is they don't let you fry the rice. Like, they don't let you fry the rice. It's like, that's the whole point of everything. They're like, no, you can't fry the rice. You can't have rice on the fryer. I don't understand why. But I just filled my bowl up with steak and seafood. So I filled up a bunch of steak, a bunch of shrimp, calamari, crab, and bacon. That's a new item they added within the last couple years, I think. And then I did put mushrooms and green onions. So not totally carnivore. Sorry. I wanted a little bit of green on there, even a little cilantro. And then the sauce, yeah, I go with the worst sauce you can ever get, and I get 2 sauce cups. Oh, and 4 eggs, because they give you, there's just a bucket of eggs there. You can have as many eggs as you want. So, anyways, that was fucking delicious. It was so goddamn good. Yeah, I understand you'd like to get on the highway. You should probably speed the fuck up to get on the goddamn highway, you dumb motherfucker. And then the Prius wasn't giving you no slack. The Prius was like, I know there's an entry lane right there and there's a guy coming onto the highway, but I'm going to go ahead and fucking take that lane anyway. Fuck you, Prius! You're a fucking dumb shit, dude. So we had that, and then I went back home, and then that's when we stopped and I got tea. Also not good for me, but you know what? I've been losing it a little bit. I've been having almost 2 coffees every day with a little bit of sugar in it, and then I got this fucking tea, dude. The tea place, the almond green tea, is so fucking delicious that I drank a 50-ounce before I got home, and I bought a gallon jug of it, and I filled that 50 up again once I got home, and I drank I drank 100 ounces of sweet green tea Saturday night, and then I just had like probably 30 ounces on Sunday. I was like, I don't want to drink it all right now. I'd like to have some with my dinner tomorrow, which is tonight. So I still got a little bit left in there. Hopefully the kids don't find it. And then Saturday night, actually, I was up until like 2 a.m. There's this guy on YouTube that he's like, are you trying to wire up a truck? Well, here's the step-by-step process. And he's got a table. He, drilled some, he said, this is your truck frame. And he drilled this piece of metal to a table. And then he pulled out a car battery, a car starter. He showed you different types of starters with different solenoids and shit. Showed you a bunch of different distributors, and he goes all the way up until the fucking blinkers, headlights and blinkers and taillights. He got everything wired up. He said, this is what you need to know for a basic wiring job. And so I'm sitting there taking notes, and then I'm filling out my own notes, and then I'm drawing up my own schematics. And I have 3 pieces of paper, front and back, that I fucking drew out several different times. Van, you are in my way. You're in my way, Van. I ran through all of it, and then also on one of the pieces of paper, I wrote down. I thought about recording, just for me, but I decided to just go ahead and write everything down, step by step, on what I want to do. Um, and, sorry, I just got a text message and I was trying to look over at it. Step by step, everything. It was. I was up late and I watched that video like 3 times, just going through it, trying to burn it into my mind because I'm like, all right, I have all Sunday to do anything and everything that I want to do. I have almost everything I need. I should be okay. So Sunday, I also sit there, I watch it again, and I go over my notes, just making sure it wasn't because I was like super tired or anything. Maybe I totally forgot something here, totally forgot something there. And then I don't know, something about the starter was a little bit different than I expected. So I was like, oh shit, that changes. It shouldn't change much. And so I revamp all that, and then I go down in the garage. I get my fuse box. I open it up and I look at the back, and it's just full of fucking wires. Yeah, you guys are too fucking slow. I'm going. I'm pulling out. You fucking fuckheads. Should have been faster, fuckheads. So, yeah, I get everything. I go through, and then I'm like, all right, this is my fuse panel. I count all my fuses. Everything is good. And then I'm like, all right, let me hook up a battery because I got my power to my fuse box wire ready to go. I'm like, let's go ahead and hook up my battery to see, and then I have a little test light that I made. Yeah, you can cut me off. You can go ahead. They're going slow as shit. I don't know what's wrong with them. I have a little test light. It's a headlight. I got a pair of headlights for my wife's car a while back, and I still had one laying around. So I turned one of them into a fuse, or not a fuse, but a test light. And I ran through, and uh, all of my fuses work. Well, not all of them actually. There's the micro fuses. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Only 4 of them work. What's up with the other 3? I have no idea. No idea what's going on with that. Why 3 of them don't work. My boss told me that I've been here before. I have definitely not been here before. Says I need to go under the bridge, but the GPS wants me to go over the bridge. So that was a kind of a bummer that didn't work out. That I lost 3 of my fuses. Hold on, sorry. I gotta focus here on where the fuck I'm going. There's a turn here. This doesn't look right. This is not looking right. But, well, it's everything he said. Under the bridge, over the railroad tracks, and through the gate. I see a gate. This just looks like nobody should be over here, though. I better pause this real quick. Okay, we're good. I just made it. I am sitting on a track. No, fuck. Motherfuckers, they knew I was coming. They leave the fucking, the gate was not open enough. Shit. Alright, well there they are, so I'm gonna let you guys go. For right now. I'll be back. Okay, and we're back. After loading 57 barrels. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been to this place. Apparently, it's one of our, well, it's not one of our places, but it's a place that we work at, and we just have 2 people stationed out here 100% of the time. And it's just a big field. I don't know. They said they're treating the groundwater, they're pumping it out, they're testing it. I don't know. But I really don't like this place. I don't like this at all. Because there's 2 gates you got to go through, make a sharp right over a single track, and then there's, I think, 4, I don't know, I'm about to count them right now, but there's 4 tracks I got to cross, which are a main line that are unprotected, that I just got to fucking hope that a train isn't coming, because there's a blind corner. Not a blind corner, but definitely a corner. And I don't want to just bucket over these fucking railroad tracks. Nobody coming that way, nobody coming that way. And there's a train on the tracks, 2 trains. I just got to worry about these first 2 tracks, I guess. And just fucking book it over here. All right, we made it. I don't know. I really don't like crossing railroad tracks in this fashion. I don't like it at all. Okay, it's just like, yeah, you might get hit, you might not. I asked the guys, I'm like, has anybody ever been hit by a train out here? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, okay, well, I mean, it clearly looks like you could. I forgot. I need to figure out where the fuck I'm going. Get out of here. What is this? My phone, I don't know if it did an update or what, but now it's like keeps putting me on drive mode. All right. That's where I need to go. 13 minutes away. Now, the problem is once I get over here, well, it thinks I'm on the fucking road above me, and I'm not. Get back on I-70, or I just go left here. If I go right, I'm just gonna go right. Fuck it, I'm going right. It's got to recalculate. I'm underneath a bridge, so it's like, are you on the bridge or under the bridge? No, I'm clearly under the fucking bridge. But we're loaded. It's all non-haz stuff. There's 3 different profiles that I've got with me, between the 57 drums. The first 3, I made sure I loaded the heaviest on the very rear of the truck, and they're heavy. They're not the heaviest I've ever had, but they are pretty fucking heavy. And I still have coffee. Ooh, baby. I was talking to that guy. One of those guys there is husband of our office lady. And she's super cool. He's super cool. But she was complaining the other day about him bringing home a fucking dune buggy. And I'm like, dune buggy? Let me talk to him about that. So I go over there and talk to him about the dune buggy. I don't know. I guess the front suspension of the dune buggy is a little fuckered up. But he's got a Volkswagen Bug that's what the kit was made for, was a Volkswagen. So he's got the replacement parts he's gonna need. And he's a big old boy. He is a thick boy, and he's been thinking about doing the carnivore diet, but he keeps saying, I don't know. He's like, yeah, I do it, and I feel great when I do it, but then I have to go out of town, and then what am I going to do out of town? I'm like, you can still eat whatever you want out of town. It's actually pretty fucking easy. Uh, just don't eat bread, dude, and try to whenever you order shit, just eat meat. Be all right. But you can't really talk anybody into doing anything, and that's okay. I understand. Nobody could really. I mean, Joe Rogan did, but nobody else can really talk me into doing some stuff. I don't know. It's gotta feel like it was my idea, kind of. But yeah, I got these fuckers loaded up. I was like, y'all got a fridge out here? Or anything? He said, no, we can't. We can't have bottled water out here, even in the fridge, because they had one, but it was contaminated. So that's a super contaminated site, and it's probably not good to fucking be working. If it's gonna penetrate through a fridge, through a package, through a bottle, into the water, and then into you, like, I don't think just being out there is fucking healthy at all. But I don't know. He did have water. It was in a cooler in the bed of his truck. I mean, that's in the bed of his truck. It's still there. I don't know. But the river is right there. It's a very small section, wide, not wide part of the river. But yep, just gonna be dropping these off. They had all of these barrels, 4 to a pallet, and I was like, oh, wonderful, 4 to a pallet. Let's roll them up here and get them loaded up. And he's like, no, that your boss told us to take them off of the pallets. I'm like, no, don't do that. Let's leave them on the pallets. I have a pallet jack. Let's do that. Let's use the pallet jack. Said, no, I don't know. So I don't know what it was. But now, so I had to hand load all of them onto the trailer. And I don't know. I have a feeling, which it wouldn't be a horrible deal, that I have to do a little bit of manual labor, and doing some work is going to take a lot longer than just having somebody unload them. But I have a feeling that once I get to this place, they're going to be like, all right, yeah, unload them. And I'm like, God damn it. I just got these fuckers loaded up. But yeah, it was a good time. Good time today. The guy that was fixing my tire for this truck, he's a really cool guy. He bought a square body, but it's a 2-wheel drive short bed, fully fucking decked out, perfect, nice. He's replacing, a couple of body panels on there, which he said I'm welcome to the old body panels if I want them. Like, he's got bed sides. They're for a short bed. He's like, yeah, I got the bed sides. You want them? I'm like, ooh. He's like, yeah, they're just a little banged up, but I just felt like replacing them. So they're still in pretty good shape. And they don't have any rust on them, he said. He just doesn't want to do the body, which is weird. He doesn't want to do the body work, but he's going to unbolt them completely and put on brand new. I don't know, but I was thinking about taking them, but I was like, I don't plan on doing any work to the exterior of my truck. Like, I'm not gonna fix anything on the exterior. I do want to do a paint job, a rattle can paint job, but I'll get them turbo cans, and I just want a darker blue, which the truck's already blue, so that'll be good. All the jams are blue and everything already, so like I can paint it all blue, and it'll look okay. And then I'll even run a wire brush over some of it, where it's 6 layers deep or whatever, and I'll just get it down to the metal, and then I'll just, I don't know, throw on some black primer and then paint over it with the turbo can. Yeah, but yeah, I would definitely like to paint. That's not in the budget right now. But I was like, what do you got, man? He's like, I got a starter. It's the old style. I put on one of them new high torquers. I'm like, well, I'll take your high torquer. I don't really need the old starter, because the starter I got. But I will need to get some shims, starter shims. I don't know if that's something I can just make up. If I just throw some washers in there, I don't know. I don't even know how to really test that. I guess I could just paint the flywheel a little bit and then run the starter and then see where the teeth are touching. But yeah, I definitely need to shim my starter up. I took the starter off the truck. I unbolted it because I didn't know what was going. I couldn't get my hand or my head up around there to see what the fuck is wired up to my starter. So I just unbolted the entire starter. Plus, I want the wires that go to the starter to be long enough that I can bolt that motherfucker up on the ground. So that's my plan. I need to get a new battery cable. I really need to just redo both battery cables, um, because they are too short. The negative cable, I want it to be to the frame, and I've got it as close as I can get it to where the battery is. Yeah, get out of the way. I'm coming over. But yeah, I want to have enough negative cable so it looks good. I can like mount my cable so it doesn't like move around or get caught up in the fan or something. Mount that, and then mount my positive cable too. And I'm thinking about mounting the positive cable to the top of the frame and then just have it tucked down right to the right down to the starter. Because I'd like it to be on top so I can see it, you know. And inside the frame rail there on the passenger side at the front, that's where all the fuel lines and transmission cooling lines and all that shit, they're all tucked in there, and it's kind of a pain in the ass, and I don't want to add to it. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to be off early today, which is not good. I need to work. I need hours. But if I get off early today, you better believe I'm going to be working on that truck. I hate the bottoms over here. If you know anything about Kansas City and go down to the bottoms, they got the Beast over here, and I think the Edge of Hell is down here too or something. But I've never been to them. The haunted houses, but they're getting ramped up. I mean, shoot, it's almost October. They're getting ramped up, ready to start scaring the shit out of some people. Come on, car. I feel like some of the barrels that I've loaded on here, 4 of them I did not get strapped down. And I kind of feel like they might have just hit the headache rack. Not exactly sure. Are you sure this is the right way, GPS? Because I feel like going up over that side is better. Whatever. And then turn here. Snake, snake, snake it in. I don't think I'm too tall. Nope, I still had like a 1.5 foot of clearance to get under that bridge. I should have went over that fucking bridge. It takes me right over there. I gotta cross a bunch more railroad tracks over here. They got like a military thing set up over here. I don't know what the hell's going on. Now all these power lines look low, but I know they're not. But they look low. No trains. Man, they really should have make those power lines a little higher because you're so close to them. I just don't understand. And as long as nobody's coming, I can fucking make it around this corner and I'm right where I need to be. There's a lot of people coming. I know you guys don't want to hear this. I'm so sorry. Nothing else is really going on. I played video games over the weekend. That was nice. It was kind of nice to play some video games. Got my got. I only played BeamNG though. BeamNG was fun. Not a whole lot going on with it. All right, I gotta turn that way, bud. You're in the way. Man, I'm just really working this truck out today. It's getting bent in half and twisted around and up and down and over and under. Holy. Around this corner, and this is where I need to be. Report to the office. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'll be back. And we're back. After a nice unload, they have a barrel grabber here, which is unlike any other barrel grabber I've seen. It's really nice. Like he didn't drop any barrels. He grabbed all the barrels. Like it was nice. All the other two places where I've seen barrel grabbers, they freaking blow, dude. They don't grab for nothing. Right. All right, we're leaving. We're leaving, and I'm going over the fucking bridge this time. I'm not going under the bridge. There's a way out over here, I believe. And those stop signs don't mean stop, I don't think. I don't think you have to stop at those ones. You just keep it moving, bud. Yeah, this place was a wild place. It's like, I don't know. Whenever I go to Colorado or I'm up in a mountainous town or something like that, even out there, Jeff City area, because I used to deliver lumber out there. I'm like, how does anybody get anything fucking done out here with the way the land is? It's insane, and I get the same feeling. The land is pretty flat out here, but I get the same feeling. It's like, how does anybody get anything done out here? Out here is just a bunch of fucking bullshit. Bunch of fucking bullshit everywhere. But this is not good. It is 12:30 now, and I'm done. I'm headed back to the shop. No lunch today. I don't feel like eating lunch today. And they have a scale there, like a package scale, like a big fucking package scale or whatever. And I hopped up on that thing. It said I weighed 264. It's a lie. That's a lie. That ain't right. And I guess I didn't check to see if it zeroed out first also. But that's a fucking lie. I don't weigh 264. I'm in the 250s. And I haven't really been eating much. Last night I had a pound of ground beef. Yeah, just a pound of ground beef with cheese on it. I'm having a serious deja vu right now that I was talking about eating a pound of ground beef and driving on the same road. And I don't remember the last time I've been up on this bridge. I guess I do remember last time I was talking about eating a pound of beef. I guess. Yeah, barrel grabber. They had a dock. I didn't have to run up and down with my fucking lift gate and shit. It worked out really well. And they had pallets there, so they palletized them. I stayed back there. I probably did something that most truckers don't do, which I believe I'm pretty sure. Most truckers don't get out and help. They open up the door, they park the truck, they fucking sit in the cab until it's done. They're like, really, that's all you're supposed to do, I think. They had two guys working there, but I decided to hop out and go back there because I had to move my pallet jack and my drum dolly and a bunch of straps and shit were all in the fucking way. So I decided to go on back there and move all that shit out of the way. And then help them set pallets down. So instead of the guy on the forklift, spending an extra couple of minutes to set pallets down, I would just go over there and grab 2 or 3 pallets and then drag them over there and set them down. And then another guy was coming over there and picking up the pallets that were loaded with 4 barrels. And I was facing, so the non-has big label on the side of it says what's inside of those barrels. I rotated all those. So as the guy was loading the pallets, I was rotating all the barrels to make sure the sticker was facing outside, so they can read it. Because I saw the one guy, he started to face them, so I was like, all right, I guess I'll help face them. So I was out there doing work. I probably should have sat in the truck and got another half hour worth of work on for sitting there. But I don't know. I feel like a big old piece of shit just sitting in the fucking cab, just looking in my mirror. Are they done yet? Are they done yet? I'd rather just be back there and they'll be done when they're done, and I'll notice. But in good news is I didn't use enough fuel in this truck to justify fueling it up. So I'm not going to fuel it up. I'm going to park this. I'm going to unhook this trailer. I'm going to park this trailer in a good spot. I'm going to unhook this trailer because this truck is going to go up to Des Moines tomorrow. They got me on fucking confined space hole watch tomorrow, which last time I did that was only 4 hours long and they didn't do a fucking thing. Which it doesn't really matter if they do anything or not, as long as I'm there. But they cut it short. They only did a half day's worth. And really, I need to be out there for like 10, 12 hours playing on my phone, not doing shit. So, I don't know. Just gonna be fucking hanging out at the shop, trying to figure out something to do. One thing I need to do is, on my fuse box for my truck, there's two accessories, accessory A and B. And they go to big fuses. And they had nuts on the poles, the two pieces that come out, because you can just hook up a wire to it. And one of the nuts is missing. It was actually there, but it was the wrong type of thread, and it was like cross threaded on there, but somehow it just fucked up the nut. It didn't fuck up the actual bolt area. So I need to go through. I don't think my company's gonna mind if I take one fucking nut. Okay, I just need one nut. Uno el nutto. Because I looked through all of my nuts and bolts last night. I was looking through all my nuts and bolts. I could not find one single nut that was made to go on that for that thread. So, I could go up to the store and find one, but I'd rather just snag one from the shop. We have a big bin of nuts and bolts, and I don't think they're gonna mind if I take one single nut. And it's consumable, so it's like they don't even. None of it matters. I could take the whole damn bin if I wanted. That big old boy, he was hauling ass down the hill. He gonna slow down before he hits those fucking railroad tracks, that's for sure. Those railroad tracks are rough. Man, this has been a boring episode, guys. A really, really boring episode. So sorry. It's boring to me. I wish something else happened. Nothing else happened. My son was begging me to play Fortnite. I said, nah, man. I just don't wanna. But I got my stepsister to hop on. So him, my son, and her were able to play. And he was telling me about her later on. He's like, she is so good. She was jumping and running, but she wouldn't talk to me because she doesn't have a headset. I was like, she can hear you, bud. Don't you worry. Because he's got a little headset he plugs in there. It was for my PlayStation, but I never used it. Who am I going to talk to? I don't play online with people usually. I guess it would be kind of neat to. Well, I don't know. I don't think I want to talk to anybody on the fucking CarX street. I don't need to talk to anybody on there. And I don't play the online. I play the story mode. the online, I feel like is, I don't know. I'm probably not thinking of it properly, but I feel like the online is just full of people cheating and stealing your money. Like you'll bet $10,000 on a race, and you go out there, and then they're gonna fucking cheat and take your money, and I don't want to do that. What the hell? This truck did not want to shift. It's like, we're gonna stay in third, and just like that, we're back at the shop. But you know, I got a little driving under my belt, which is nice because I have not been driving. I drove on Friday, picked up and dumped off that one roll off, which, did I explain that they forgot to put a seal in the back of that and it fucking leaked out all over the fucking ground? I don't know if I told you about that or not, but it did. And I don't know, my boss called me earlier. He's like, where the fuck is that container? I'm like, it's back at the fucking rental place. He's like, why is it there? I'm like, because it doesn't have a seal in the door. What do we need it for? It's like, well, I thought people told me you brought it back here. I was like, oh, no, I didn't bring it back there. I didn't bring it back there. I left it. All right, well, now I can get this trailer backed in. There's actually a nice little spot for it to go. So I can park this trailer right there, which will be nice. Let's see if I can do this without hitting anything. Oh, tire guy's here. He's taking all these old tires, which a lot of them are still have half tread. We pay for them to take them. They're old tires. I mean, some of them have half tread, but some of them have holes in the sidewall, and they're all fucked up. So a lot of them are bad tires, but a lot of them aren't bad tires. All right, we're backing into the hole. I'm a better backer upper than I think sometimes. I say that right as I'm about to hit something, probably. Dude, this thing is regenning like crazy right now. All I smell is the fucking DEF diesel exhaust fluid. All right, back it up. Right up on the fucking wall. Right up on the wall. And all the way back. Perfect. Keep all 18 down. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.